This is the Chevy Bolt EUV. It's a lot like the regular Chevy Bolt, except the EUV means it functions more like a small SUV. It's a little longer than the standard Bolt EV, and it's a little taller too. EUV stands for Electric Utility Vehicle. The Chevrolet Bolt EUV has an approximate range of 250 miles. That's a little bit less than the smaller Bolt EV. But the Bolt EUV has one very interesting feature that you won't find on most other electric cars. It's called Super Cruise, and today it's about as close as you can come to a self-driving car. The main selling point with the Bolt EUV is the price. It's a tiny bit pricey for a small car, but for an electric car, it's an affordable $35,000. While electric cars as a whole are quite expensive, the Chevy Bolt and Nissan Leaf are two exceptions. If you're looking for an affordable new electric car, the Chevy Bolt should be on your list. You may even be able to get a tax credit if you purchase a new Bolt or a Bolt EUV in 2023 or later. Now, add to that the availability of Super Cruise, and the Bolt is an impressive electric car. Here's what Super Cruise does. It's a hands-free driver assist technology that uses precision LiDAR map data in addition to real-time cameras, sensors, and GPS to maintain control of the vehicle. Super Cruise is only available on certain compatible roads that have been mapped into a database. Usually these roads are separated from traffic going in the opposite direction, so think freeways and highways. By 2023, even more miles of hands-free driving will be added, including roads like Route 66, the Pacific Coast Highway, and the Trans-Canada Highway. Super Cruise is available on other GM vehicles too, and here's how you use it. To engage Super Cruise, you just press the adaptive cruise control button on the steering wheel, and then you press this button. Once that happens, a green light will come on top of the steering wheel, and the car will brake, steer, and accelerate all on its own. Now, you really can take your hands off the wheel, and you can do this for an extended period of time. This isn't possible on every road, but it is useful on the highway. In North America, there are hundreds of thousands of miles mapped into the system, and Super Cruise is being added to even more GM cars and trucks every year. Super Cruise works with the car's adaptive cruise control system, but it is an added option. Adaptive cruise control is not the same thing as Super Cruise. The Super Cruise group of features adds about $2,200 of the price of the car, and you have to get the Bolt EUV Premier trim level to have the option of Super Cruise. Total price on this car is just under $45,000. Is that worth $45,000? Maybe. It kind of depends on what you're after, because the Tesla Model Y is roughly $65,000, and Tesla's controversial full self-driving is $199 a month or $12,000 just for that feature. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 starts at about $40,000 but can easily run up beyond $50,000 with similar features, and the same is true of Kia's all-electric Ep.6. However, the Kia can be had with a longer range and is quicker from 0 to 60. If you can make do with a car that's smaller than a Toyota Corolla and is all electric, the Chevy Bolt is actually a pretty good deal. But the Bolt isn't the only car with Super Cruise. Other GM vehicles like the Cadillac Escalade, as well as the CT4 and CT5, Chevy Silverado, and Hummer EV have the option. By 2023, the Cadillac Lyriq, GMC Yukon, and Chevrolet Tahoe and Suburban will have the option of Super Cruise as well. If the idea of a car that essentially drives itself appeals to you, then check out one of these. Eventually, GM will probably have Super Cruise on every car they sell.